So apparently, people think they're animals now.
And yeah, I bark and I howl and I do all that kind of stuff. I have a lot of puppish tendencies. Like, if you met me in person, you would be appalled with some of the things that I would do because it's just not
What, did someone throw you a milk bone or something?
what normal humans.
I've known I was a wolf since a really young age. Well, I had a big following because I usually go to the conventions and I meet a lot of people. And
People think that you were. Would you think you were a wolf because people would run away from you in fear?
I had got accused of killing and beheading a dog. I did behead him. I didn't kill him. He was my friend. His name was
If you behead a dog, you're probably gonna kill it.
Shadow.
When I meet people for the first time, I generally don't bring it up, but I think they can guess I'm a little bit different. Wearing a collar, a tail, or a personal preference. So people don't want to be seen as any different. They want to fit in. But I've given up on fitting in. My name is Laura, and I believe that I am spiritually and mentally a wolf-dog hybrid.
I think you have human DNA, not wolf DNA, but who knows?
A very spiritual thing for me, so I am a wolf. Otherkin is a community of people who believe that they are, in some parts, spiritually or mentally not human.
Oh my god.
When I'm in nature, my wolf side tends to come out more. Sometimes I just smell people, I smell the air, especially when I'm hungry. I tend to nuzzle.
Oh my god.
I do have a tendency to chew things if I'm stressed,
What the heck?
but most of the time I'm pretty normal.
Oh, yeah.
I think.
Really?
Yeah, these fangs are a bit big for my mouth, so they make talking a little bit difficult, but it's not too bad. I've always had an interest in canines and always loved dogs, so I was just searching up. And I came across a Teen Werewolves video, and after some more research,
Okay, I really love dogs personally, but I don't think I'm a dog at all.
searching, I found the kin community, and from there I just delved right in. It's fairly large on the internet. There's a few in Australia. I think up to 50 I know of. I felt a lot of relief when I found people like me, especially Gemma, who's my friend. Gemma, I'll bite you.
Okay, is that harassment for biting someone? I'm just wondering.
I will bite you.
I don't care if you bite me.
I say that's harassment.
I don't really have many non-kin friends anymore due to the fact that they think my spiritual belief is too strange. You do think
We don't think it's strange. We just think, well, I guess, yeah, strange.
things a little differently sometimes, and that confuses them.
We've been friends for 4 months, but I'm actually moved in with her because I get along better with her family than I do with mine.
When I first told my family about being kin, they didn't quite believe me, I don't
Because you're saying you're an animal. You're obviously a human.
think. We've never really been as close as other families. To this day, I don't think they realize how much it actually affects me as a person.
She just admitted it, guys. She's a person.
When I first started wearing a collar and tail, I saw other people that wore things to identify with their kin.
So, if I were to say I was a fish, would I just wear a fish hat? Or something like that?
And I thought it would be a great idea. So I bought a collar and I got this from my grandma. It's jade. It's good luck. And my tail, I make them myself. I make the tail out of fake fur. I don't believe in using real fur, especially wolf fur. I'm very against that. I haven't actually
Well, if you think you're a wolf, you should use wolf fur. Fool.
Spent any time around live wolves. I study them a lot, their diet, their body structure, so I can understand myself better. I do get a sense of jealousy when I see wolves, mainly for their freedom, being able to run and howl and just play with my family. Can't do that.
Because they're wolves. They were born wolves. You were not.
I think my spirit took human form this time, mainly just as a mistake, but you just have to live and get on with it because there's no way to go back to what you were. You just basically live with the body you've got.
Today's episode, I have a very special video for you guys that I have been wanting to make for quite some time now. I wanted to talk to you guys today about how I discovered I was dragonkin.
Okay, I thought these were real animals, not fake animals.
A lot of people think that otherkin and therans are just these people who live in a fantasy land, for lack of a better word.
That's kind of what they are.
And I'm here to tell you that that's very inaccurate. That is
Is it really?
a very ignorant assumption, especially
Is it really?
if you don't know what otherkin and therans are. For those of you who do not know, therans are people who believe they have the spirit of an animal, and otherkin are people who believe they have a spirit of a mythical creature. I personally believe I have the spirit of a dragon, and I know a lot of people don't really believe in this, and that's totally okay. Like, fuck it, the only thing I believe in is Mother Earth and Father Sky. And then I discovered Wicca and witchcraft, and I started delving into this path and practice, and through my experience I discovered therans and otherkin. And I am a wolf therian. Here's my tail. I'm still a human on the outside, but I'm a wolf on the inside.
I don't know how young I was when I began turning into a dragon. So I walked by the window, and an instinct hit me almost immediately of, there's sunlight. I want to lay in the sunlight. I'm like, oh, it's just like a boom, I should be laying in it. So that's what I did. I laid with my head, and that felt really
That sounds like a dog.
right to do, and that's a dragon instinct I have.
Well, from what I know from dragons, they don't do that, but I don't know a lot about dragons. Stupid.
Right before literally 2 days before I found out I was a non-human, I got these piercings.
I think you are human. Idiot.
And I call them dragon bites, and they're not snake bites because they don't go in my mouth. They're through the lip, and they're verticals. And my piercer told me that these piercings don't have a name and that I had the freedom to call them whatever I wanted to. And I instantly chose dragon bites, and of that helped me understand that I was dragonkin.
So, when I'm climbing up a tree or something, and
on all levels except physical, I am a wolf.
When I was little, I had a lot of smaller memories, usually of laying on a tree branch or sitting on a rock and looking out across the savannah. Externally, I am a human being. I have these hands and this body, but internally, I am a leopard. I have the mannerisms and the behaviors, the thoughts, and the memories.
Just because you wear a hat and a tail and say you are, doesn't mean you are. God.
Of an African leopard. I don't consider myself human at all, other than my body.
Hey everyone, as you can tell, I have my tail on, isn't it?
Okay, I thought it was just young idiots doing this, not old people.
Beautiful? It is beautiful. I'm finding it's more horse-like. I might have to put more fur on it, but, yeah. For now, it's gonna stay that way, but I just want to make an update on my snarl, growl, and bark and howl. My bark is not like a wolf bark. It's like a dog bark, like a little dog bark. But I am a wolf therian, so anyways, I just wanted to do an update on it because my bark and howl have improved, but hopefully it sounded good because I've been a little bit sick, so my throat is kind of so
Van Helsing and the Twilight series have captured the attention of teenagers. They may not be mutating from man to wolf, but counselors warn these teens are experiencing transformations of their own, from childhood to adulthood.
Young people are looking to define their identities, sometimes to come together and affiliate around a theme or an idea, and just really to belong, that sense of belonging.
And a sense of belonging is just what this group says they're after.
You get friends, you get a place you belong. Yeah, you pretty much you're accepted to where you are, who you are, what you are.
Daykitten Wolfram Lupus is the unofficial leader of the pack at Brandeis High. He says he's got some wolf in him, howling sometimes to get out.
Are they just emo kids thinking that they're wolves? Because that's what it sounds like.
We spotted the tails at a West Side mall doing what teenagers do.
We just hang out here like we're just like another family. Like this is our second home.
If I owned that mall and I saw them, I'd make them get off the property because I thought they were going to shoot it up.
Basically.
And you couldn't help but notice the eyes and the fangs. It's a style, we're told, and nothing more.
We're not trying to be intimidating. We're not trying to be menacing or anything. We're just trying to live our daily lives and just hang out, you know? As teenagers, we just want to have fun.
They just kind of look at you weird sometimes and point, and you can tell they're kind of...
The first and foremost misconception about otherkins and Therians is the P shift, or the physical shift. We don't have them. It is simply not possible. Would it be cool? Sure, it would be very cool. But if someone claims to do P shifts, they are either just a troll or mentally challenged. End of story. I've seen where people are like...
Okay, so those people are mentally challenged. Not the people who think that they are animals.
Alright, so you don't believe in P shifts and stuff. And they're like, well, we can't prove it, but you can't disprove it. And I'm like, well, yeah, I can, but it won't work if I tell you, because...
How can you prove that you are a wolf? How?
You don't believe in logic, so there's that. But yeah, P shifts. Don't even listen to people who talk about they're crazy. They're insane. Trust me. Secondly, choosing your stereotype. A misconception is that we all choose our own stereotypes, and that is not true.
Do you know what? This Target, they just kicked me out for being a furry. What the fuck is wrong with these people? It's not even fair. Furries are people too.
No, furries are people with mascot heads on, and saying that they're an animal, but they're human. But if you're going to claim that you're an animal, then don't say that you're human too. Idiot.
Seriously, I was just escorted out by one of the employees for being furry. She wanted me to take off my head. No! Same to you. You don't tell a regular person to take off their head. Can you imagine?
Yeah, because it's attached, like, by the neck. And they die. If you take off your cow head, it wouldn't do anything.
A human walks into a furry bar. Excuse me, miss. You can't come in here with that head on. What is